You agree with me that it is he that where the shoe knows where it pinches. If you recall and refresh, during the period that primary education was under the local government administration, it was strike all over, altercations, standard at the lowest ebb. This time around, if they now want to think of autonomy, wherein the experience of the past will come to bear, I think Nigeria Union of Teachers has a responsibility, and that is why we have opposed it to the letter.
What period was that, sir?
Sorry?
What period was that? When?
1994 to 1997.
Some people will say exactly that was before the democratic dispensation.
Let me quickly say this. We have been listening to the discussion so far. I want to say that since 11, 12 or 14 years that we started this experience, I don't think we have gotten anything to show a dividend of democracy. And even at that, I think it's better for us as a union, as a body, as an organization, to begin to talk so that the experience of the past will not repeat itself.
All right, let's get to this matter then. The NUT talking about this 27.5% teachers enhancement allowance and the 18,000 naira minimum wage. I mean, those who will be shocked that are we still talking about all of this matter?
That is the irony. That is the irony. 27.5 happens to be a struggle that started far back 2008. This is 2013. 37 states, including FCT. So far, until April 18, only about 19 had, lived up to expectation. We had 16 remaining. Okay, but so far, today, right now, we have only 7 remaining. But the question is this. Something that started far back 2008, ably presided over by the former governor of Kwara and the current sitting vice president of this country. We still find that thing foot dragging. You see? So, that is why we now resolved in Asaba on the 18th that come June 1st, being Saturday, we have our reasons for that, that the entire teachers in the affected states should embark on an indefinite strike, the strike indefinite, and that all the state wing that are concerned should not have the power to suspend, modify until the clearance from the headquarters. That is 27.5 minimum wage in the so-called affected states. Are they saying that teachers are second-class citizen category of workers? You will find out that in the states affected, all categories of workers have been paid except the teachers. What is the reason? This is an indirect way of killing public education. So we are now ready to take the bull by the horn. And of course, I want to thank the media. Since the struggle started on Monday, nobody has come out to condemn the activity of the teachers. It means we have been patient enough. 2008, as the case of 7.5, 2011, this 2013. Why do you pay A and refuse to pay B? Is that not discriminatory enough? Should that be their own, their own dividend of democracy? What are we saying? All these people that are now put in their hands of affairs today, they are the beneficiaries of public education. And that is why we are not happy. That's why, you see, when it is a payback time for these our leaders, they begin to turn.
What are the states? Can we name the states?
The states that are remaining now.
That have refused to pay teachers?
So far. Because I need to say this. As at June 1st, they were 11. But they have, we are getting positive result from.
Was that as a result of?
Of course.
We called. We had earlier invited you, and you said you were to meet with.
Some of yes, I told you.
Yes,
I am supposed to have been here yesterday.
Yes,
but then the governor of Borno, despite the fact that the state is under emergency, had to come to Abuja with commissioners and what have you, with a commitment that they will pay. These are the things that we want our leaders to exhibit. So to answer your question, the remaining states now, as we are talking, is Benue, Ebonyi, Ekiti, Ogun, Edo, Samvara, and Kogi.
What about Sokoto?
No, Sokoto have resolved.
Did you just say Edo?
Edo, yeah, of course.
Well, you know
What
why
is happening there? Because I know where you are going.
Yeah,
because,
of course, because
you want to
we must, because
the common thing you say, why I do that is a state under the common governor.
that's it.
What is happening there? Because he met with our people yesterday, and I think they will be meeting again on Tuesday. What is actually happening there is that the man paid 27.5 on old salary, but the question is, it should be paid on the current minimum wage. So I think they are working it out. So in fact, yesterday the state will call me that the common governor, because we are together when he was the president of Congress, I happened to be the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress in Lagos, that he was not all that happy with the way I described him and the AIT, the program I attended before today. I said, no, he's our senior comrade, but sincerely, charity must begin at home.
So, with these states, sorry, Mark, almost 8 of them here. What's the
7?
What's the message you're getting from
the
the
state
executive apart from Edo State? What are they saying? Are they reluctant?
Well, put it together, because so far, some Ekiti, for example, is dangling 15%.
15%
of the 27.5. Let me say this, because people begin to say, teachers are always asking for money. The financial implication of this 27.5 to the highest paid teacher in any state is not up to 10,000 per month.
Really?
Yes, call any of the state to come with their minimum wage, compute the 27.5 of what is ever paid, what is paid there, and see the money we are talking about. So the highest level 17 is not up to 9,500.
Are we talking about Naira now?
No, the effect of 27.5 if it is implemented. Wow. So what is actually happening in all these states is, some will say we want to pay 15%, some 20%, some will not even call meeting, some will even call the union, go to any level you want to go. But I don't want to.
So some people will also say that 9,500 on how many people in each state?
How many? The question. Thank you. How many? When I said the highest.
Yeah.
The highest, that is level 17. In each state, how many people do have in level 17? There are not many.
On the average, how many would you say?
It depends on the state of the state. Like Benue, I don't think they will be up to 50.
Mm.
Yes.
What about Ogun? What's their case?
You see, in Ogun, you see the drama that is even playing itself out there is that one, they have been paying this money before, it was stopped. That is episode 1. Episode 2, what is actually happening now is that the splinter groups, they call them whether ASU or whatever, which is not known to law, the paper they are parading to operate today as a labor center, as a union, was given by the former governor of Ogun State, with the purpose of just creating divide and rule. The matter is there. The registrar of trade union, whose portfolio falls within the recognition of union, invite her, ask for their status. But because of divide and rule, this our democracy in this part of the world is upside down. The moment you go out to speak the truth now, you will be labeled, you will be whatever. And that is why, before this our struggle, I must tell you, and that's why we have not been hearing a lot of negative comments about the Nigerian Union of Teachers. We have visited all the states, we have written them, we have gone to the Ministry of Education, Federal Ministry of Education, they have been written, we have visited House of Senate, Committee on Education, we have visited counterparts in the House of Reps, Education Committee, and they have played their roles. Equally, if you look at these states are under ACN and PDP. We have equally visited their party headquarters in Abuja, that to intimate them, to inform them that teachers are not interested in going on strike all the time. Please help us call your people to order everything.
For the lowest, you've talked about what it will mean for the highest paid teacher, which doesn't really come up to a lot. It doesn't even come up to anything. What about the lowest paid teacher?
I know according to the National Policy on Education, the lowest paid is level 7 because of entry level, which is NC. So for level 7, for level 7 and 8, the highest is 3,000 or 4,000. The highest, the minimum wage again will decide what becomes of your own 27.5. So what I am trying to say is that if people that are put in the helms of affair have the interest of